Hey guys, okay, so this is episode 3. I'm on my way to the Art is Why studio to sit down with the amazing photographer Stephanie Dubin. She's amazing. She has a great, creative, beautiful, bright space that she, offers to all the different entrepreneurs and photographers and honestly anybody who wants to book, a spot that's beautiful, creative, bright, and just like, it's inspiring. So I'm a little out of breath. It's raining, but guess what? The rain ain't gonna stop nothing over here. So without further ado, I'm headed over to the Art is Why studio now. I'll see you guys soon. Later. Hey! I got all the goodies. Hey! I'm so excited. We're gonna set it up. I'm so good. I'm so excited. All right. So we have our meals. Man, it smells so good.
This is such a treat, man. I haven't had someone cook for me in a really long time.
Really? Oh, so that's good. Yeah. I'm glad that I can be the first in a while for some home cooked food. All right, so what I made today.
We open it?
Yeah, open it up. Oh. Caribbean fried chicken with Spanish rice.
Eat it by
and broccoli and garlic sauce is what she ordered. So that's what we'll be eating today. Let's see. Are you ready to dig in?
Is that what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go chicken first because I'm all about that fried chicken. Are we winging?
Oh, we can.
Cheers. Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
I mean,
you know what we need for this.
Yes, thank you.
Wow. So good.
Definitely need these napkins.
My favorite thing is just simple chicken, rice, vegetables. It's so delicious.
You can't go wrong.
So what do you spice these with? Or do you just fry them?
Yep, so I usually use the regular salt, pepper, adobo, sazon, a little bit of allspice. That kind of gives it that Caribbean kick. And yeah, paprika, cayenne pepper. So I do a lot of different bold flavors just so you can get, that real
so good.
real
I got
flavor.
this rice now too.
Flavor. All right. Well, see, we got right into the cooking, right into the food, right into the eating and drinking. I didn't even do my intro. Hello. Welcome to episode 3 of Let's Get It In with Buffalo Entrepreneurs. I have my amazing guest, Stephanie Dubin, today.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that you decided to sit down with me.
Oh,
today.
absolutely.
I'm so excited. Yes.
Cheers. Thank you so much. So what are we drinking today?
This is Rain Nephew with some ting and some guava nectar. With
That's
some
what I
blueberries.
taste that's so nice is that guava nectar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just threw some frozen blueberries in there so it can look fancy and look nice and taste good. Give it a little.
This is the best lunch I've had in a really long time. Thank you so much. It's such a treat.
You're very
I really appreciate it.
Aw, you're welcome. I'm so happy you like it. Caribbean cuisine, whatever you need, you let me.
I'm a foodie. I love to cook. I was laughing because wouldn't it be funny if I assessed your food via Chopped? I've been obsessed with the show Chopped, and I know you love Chopped too.
Yes, I do.
I'm not a Chopped judge, but damn, that's good.
If anybody who knows me knows that I've been saying that I'm going to be on Chopped.
I believe it.
Like, I'm going to be on Chopped. I don't know if it's going to be the amateur episode. I don't know what it's going to be for.
When she does, pray that she gets a good basket so she can rock it.
Right. And even if I don't,
either
way, I want to win. Just win. I just want to win, and I'll be good to go. Honestly, even forget about the money that I'll get. I mean, that'll be good. But
the bragging rights. Chopped champion. During quarantine, I've been all about that. So
yes, manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. I'm bringing it into my space. Chopped champion. So I'm so excited. So what we're gonna do is eat, enjoy our food, and we'll be back. All right, guys, so we have finished, tearing up our food real quick. So now we're gonna get into the interview. I want to start by saying my special guest today is an amazing photographer who provides products, e-commerce, fun headshots, and a gorgeous, unique space to do creative projects. Stephanie Dubin.
Yes. Hey, thank you so much for having me on. Let's get it in.
Yeah, let's get it in. See, I like how she threw that in there. You see how she threw that in there. As soon as I stepped foot into this studio, I literally thought to myself, I'm gonna create so much.
Awesome.
Gonna create so much.
That's how I want everybody to feel. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful space. And I'm just happy I met you. I'm happy I met you. I'm happy I found this space, and I'm happy you decided to sit down with me today.
Yeah, of course. The small world that Buffalo is. We met through mutual friends and, creative endeavor, and awesome.
Yeah.
It's about a year ago, right?
Yeah, it was. It was about a year ago, which is crazy to say, but it is. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like a year. That's
It feels
crazy.
so much longer because of, COVID and quarantine, but yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah. Yes. All right, so the first question I have for you is one of the first questions I ask all of my entrepreneurs, which is what inspired you to become an entrepreneur? Was it like a specific situation, or was like entrepreneurship something you always wanted to do?
I grew up watching my dad. My dad was an entrepreneur. He he programmed a video store software for independent video stores, and he sold that throughout our country. And as a kid, I watched him. I mean, he had an office in his basement. He worked really hard all the time. I remember as a teenager, I used to help him, load his software on floppy disks.
Oh, that's so bad.
Stuff envelopes, send them out, and I really just watched my dad do that. And I always felt like it was something that I could do if I wanted to. But I grew up, I went to college for a little bit, and then I went right into the corporate world. I had a corporate job for about 10 years, and I found myself just kind of living for the weekends, and that's not really how I wanted to live.
Yeah.
So part-time, I started doing my photography on the side, and after a while, I just realized that's what I want to do. That's my goal that I want to work towards. I just want to work for myself.
Yeah.
And I never really doubted that I could do it. It's just more taking that leap, I guess.
Yeah.
But I always knew that it was a possibility, and it always really excited me.
Yeah.
To do what you want with your own time.
Yes, that's number one. And I feel like every entrepreneur has that in the back of their mind. So
I really wanted to work and make my dream come true instead of working for somebody else and making their dream come true.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just I always had a obsession for art, and especially for photography, and I really kind of wanted to see what I could do with it. So.
And you are an amazing photographer. Just so you guys know, she is the one who did my amazing headshot. Did y'all see my chef headshot? If y'all didn't see it, make sure y'all go on my page and check that out because it's amazing. So good. I got so many compliments on that headshot. Like people were like messaging me like, who did this?
Good.
Yes.
I wanted to make you look your best and feel your best.
Yes, and I did. It was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the deep digging that I did. What was your first image back in February 2016? Was that when you first developed your love for photography, or is that just when you decided to start posting? I'm asking that question because, you kind of answered it a little bit by saying your dad. It's okay. But if you want to elaborate on when it actually started, because again, that was in 2016. Was that when you were just you know what?
I think I jumped on Instagram 2013, and that was right around the time I was in my fine art photography journey. I had my first solo show in 2014 in Allentown, and I actually before that I won an award, and that's what kind of validated me to be like, hey, maybe what I'm doing is all right, and I kind of would love to show my photographs in a show. And because of that award, I won a solo show. And during that, that whole process, it was really special. Selecting my photographs, figuring out what I wanted to do, having a show, inviting people. So I started out with fine art, and it was amazing. And so that's kind of where I started there, is just fine art photography. And then I shot a lot outside, and because, you know, Buffalo wintertime, I found myself indoors a lot. How could I continue photographing and doing things that I loved indoors? So that's when I started learning about strobe lights, artificial light, really creating my own lighting. And that's where it took off for me there. I really love studio work. I started photographing stuff around my apartment, which really leads to product or still life. So that's really where I got into that.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I don't know, you won like awards and all kinds of goodies. Oh,
it's really cool. Yeah, it was the Vision Art Awards back in the day for 464 Gallery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You were just a boss.
I'm inspired. I was just a baby.
I know you. But that's when like stuff like that lets you know, like if you had a doubt in your mind,
which artists always do.
Yeah.
We always doubt ourselves. So just to having that external validation from fellow artists and people that I respected in my community really meant a lot to me.
Yeah. Yes, that's amazing. Oh. So that's why I love this stuff, because it's like I love to hear like the stories of how people began their journey of entrepreneurship.
It's always different.
Everybody's not built for it. Everybody is not built for it, and for you to take that step, that's amazing.
Yeah, I also knew that, at least for me and what I was doing, it was really going to be hard to make a living off of just fine art, selling prints. So I was really happy, excited to get into the more commercial side of what I was doing, and it actually excites me even more. So I'm happy. Yeah.
Yes. See, you're happy. That line is all I want to hear. I'm happy. Because that's what everybody kind of strives for, happiness. Like, what's going to make me happiest?
And it's different for everybody. We all define success differently. I really don't define it as, financial freedom is amazing, but like being able to do what I want with my time and
there's nothing like it.
No.
For me, that's nothing like it. There's people that think of entrepreneurship as one of the hardest jobs in the world that they would never get into because it's too much for some people. But I can't see myself, going the rest of my life working for someone else's dream. Yeah, and even if you do that and yours, that's a good thing. But it's something inspiring. You look at someone who started from here, got to here, and now they're like, I'm up here. I'm up here, ready to go.
And I'm not even where I want to be yet, so it's all just humble beginnings and just always growing. So
yes, always growing. Yeah. So also, speaking of that, at one point in 2016, you did say that you felt a bit uninspired. Then you stumbled on some Pantone postcards. And that you lit up some light bulbs in your brain and you started getting all creative. So what about those Pantone cards inspired you so much and made you feel like
I wish I brought some to show, have some over there to show, but I was in an art store one day and I saw these Pantone postcards and I just was inspired by a color on each card. Pantone is the universal color system for matching. Whether you're doing designing, photography, what have you, it's a way to make sure color is universal when it's reproduced. And I really wanted to use these cards to match color in my environment. So it really was just a project to be inspired by. And I've been doing it for 3-4 years now. Ooh. And I'm still doing it. I'm still being inspired by it. And it really just gave me a reason to shoot, a challenge. I get really bored easily, so just to have something to do is great. And I find that when you have a lot of tools at your disposal, it's hard to be creative. And I really just wanted to confine myself to one or two things. And for me, that helps me make stuff. To be limited in what I'm using. So
I feel you. So we'll get some Pantones in the end of this, so you guys can see what these Pantone cards are, because they're bright and they're beautiful, and it's what everything about it's just life. Just wake up, come alive. I love it. It's a beautiful bright colors. I love it so much. So also that you describe your style of photography as creative, colorful, and playful, which I definitely agree. I can see. me. I'm like, yeah, it's bright and beautiful. So that leads me to ask, why Artist Why? Like, what inspired you to use that name? I know I did a little bit of digging and saw that it was inspired by a poem.
Sure.
So if you elaborate on where Artist Why came from and what poem you got inspired by.
Yeah. Artist Why gets me really excited. It's really just a line from a poem, an Ani Franco poem. She says, "Art is why I get up in the morning." And I heard that when I was 15 years old, and it really just resonated with me since then. And I had felt that anything that I was creating, anything that I was doing, art is why. You know, whether at that time I was not being paid, I was not, you know, it was just being there for the experiencing of itself. To me, that is art is why. That embodies that. Just kind of doing something, the art, just for the experience, you know, and that's where that came from. And it, you know, it still sticks now. So I don't think it'll ever change.
Yeah, from 15 to now, I would definitely say that's something that inspired you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Art is why I wake up in the morning.
Art is why I get up in the morning. Yeah. So maybe I don't get up for anything else, but I think about what I want to make in the studio or what I want to do, or, you know, how can I better, you know, my photography community with what I'm doing.
Okay, so that's
I love your questions. Thank you. I appreciate the thoughtfulness.
of course. Because I wanted to make sure people got a full understanding of where it started. So, like, now that we look at you and see, you know, your growth and prospering so abundantly,
Just
to
me
see
being
where
a
you started
crazy
from
kid.
the beginning, like you said.
Yeah.
So later on, when we look back at 10 years from now, we'll be like, remember when she said something?
Oh. So much fun.
Yeah, so much. So I know you've worked with so many different, like, amazing creatives all around Western New York and as far as Cali. I think that you call Cali your, what do you call it, your happy place? Yes.
Yeah.
So that is so amazing. Like, that is so powerful to me. Like, you've accomplished so much already. You know, you work with so many different types of people, and it's just from different places and different backgrounds. So I would say, what do you see for yourself and for Artist Y in the next 5 years? Where do you see Artist Y in the next 5 years?
Oh man, so I would love to position myself in a way to work with some really big brands that I admire. Moo, they make business cards. I love their product photography. I would love to create relationships or have a contract with some kind of bigger company that I could really provide value to. Another kind of local company that I really respect and would love to work for is Lloyd Taco Factory.
Ooh.
I would love to create content for them. I think they're really fun. I've always admired what they're doing with their business.
So good. Oh my goodness.
You know, and I think it's been a little tough in the past year and a half with COVID, opening my studio. It's been really limited to what I can hold and what I can do as far as workshops or events, but within the next 5 years, when everything kind of returns to some kind of normal that we create, I would love to hold more workshops and opportunities for the Buffalo photography creative community to get together. Really just that, which is not something that's been easy, like I said, in the past year and a half or so, but I really look forward to doing that.
Okay.
And I would really love to get more into stock photography. Product still life lends itself well to that kind of work. I would really love to create some passive income for myself that way.
Yeah.
I've just been so busy doing everything else, getting everything else into place, that things like that have taken the back burner. But within the next 5 years, would love to get into everything I've mentioned before. And also really combining things that I love. I love photography and then something else. So in the past, I've combined photography and bicycles. I've done a cool project doing that. Moving forward, I love food. I would love to work with more food photography. I would love to work with chefs. I would love to photograph a cookbook. To me, food photography is product, and I love food. I really love food. So
You and me both.
in the next few years, I really want to combine that. I really would love to do more food photography.
Well, I'm down.
That's in my
I'm down.
that's in my plan. Yeah.
Okay, well that sounds amazing. So
Yeah.
you have a plan, and that's step one is having a plan. And even if it doesn't go, as planned, having a base.
Just
or
starting.
a
Anything
foundation.
I've ever done, just start.
Yeah.
So
No regrets.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like, what if I should have.
And you know what? Even if you do it, like, please fail, because you're
Right.
gonna learn so much from failing. I think there's a lot of emphasis on protecting yourself from failing and all
Yes.
that. But honestly, that's the way you're gonna learn. I messed up so many times
Yeah.
in my professional jobs. I've messed up so many times, but what makes you who you are is how you bounce back from that, how you can rectify that.
Yeah.
So
Cheers to that.
fail.
Fail 1,000 times.
You're gonna learn so much more from failing than you ever will
So
from
much.
succeeding and everybody congratulating what you're doing. Just
It
take
humbles you
risks.
too. It humbles you. It makes you understand that, I wanted it to go this way, but it didn't go that way. So maybe that way, was meant for me.
Yeah.
And you never know until you try.
You're gonna appreciate the wins so much more.
Yes, very true.
They're gonna mean a lot more. I wouldn't be anywhere that I am without everything that I've gone through. And
Very true.
everything on Instagram is really happy, but
Girl, you already know. Like you said, you just have to put yourself out there to fail sometimes. Because if you don't, you won't know what not to do. So now, with all the things that I've tried and that didn't work, I know what not to do now.
exactly.
Because it's there was no way I would have known if I didn't try it. Okay, that was dumb. You burned yourself out. You look crazy. Don't do that.
And sometimes isn't that more valuable than knowing what you should be doing?
Right.
I can say that this year, definitely last year, 2020, I have not doubted myself greater than that time. And just keep going.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's tough.
Anyone who's watching and they know, I know what you know. If you know, you know. But whatever you're doing, just keep going. Just keep trying.
Yep. I have literally a post-it on my mirror that says, keep going.
Yeah.
And even with everything you do, there's going to be obstacles. Everything. Whether you're working for someone, working for yourself, whatever it is, there's always going to be obstacles. But again, failing is the number one thing you should try to do.
Being self-employed is a lot harder, a lot more work than what it was working for somebody else.
Yeah.
And while you think, there is some alleviation in some areas of your life, but you're gonna work a lot harder.
Yes.
And but I think it makes it more worth it, because you're working for you.
Right.
You're stressing, you're losing sleep, you're staying up all night, you're perfecting for you and your craft and what you have to offer. To me, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take oh, you look tired. I am.
Don't tell her she looks tired.
I'm tired. Okay, I've done a lot of shit. I'm tired. I'm freaking tired, man. But yes, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. You are just so inspiring. You're so creative. You're just so chill, and you just make everything feel like, go ahead.
It's been really nice to reflect today
Yeah.
and spend time with you. So thank you.
Yes, me too. And it's raining, so the sound of the rain is just
I hear it on the roof. It's just nice and soothing.
yes.
Soothing Sunday. What a great way to spend my Sunday with Kareen, and let's get it in. If you're lucky enough to get an opportunity to sit here or wherever she is, take up on it because it's really fun. Yeah.
You heard that? Hit me up. Hit me up. You heard it from her. You heard it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me and enjoy Kareen's Caribbean cuisine.
I'm gonna tear the rest of this up when I get home. I just want to tear it up on camera.
Yeah, she was like, I want the chicken in my teeth. I get it. I definitely get it because nobody wants to pick it on I don't have any toothpicks, so I don't want to have to do that. So I want to say that the services you provide have helped so many businesses in Western New York and beyond. You're beautiful, amazing, photographer, and you know your outstanding creative studio space has helped so many other creatives like myself accomplish beautiful creative projects. So thank you. Collaboration is key for communities to work.
You'd be surprised what is rooted in our own fears, and just reach out to those like-minded, reach out to those who are doing the same thing that you're doing. You can learn from them, they can learn from you. You know, I wanted to open up my studio, which is primarily the place that I use to create work, but I remember when I didn't have my studio that I really wanted a space to work, and that's one of the things that I really wanted to provide here, was a space for other photographers, creatives, whatever, to come and create work. Because really, the pie is so big.
It is.
Really,
it really
yes.
is. And you can cut it in so many slices, and everybody can eat.
Yeah.
Cut the pie in slices so everybody can eat.
Insert pie gif right here.
Pie.
That's for you later.
I got you. I'm definitely gonna be doing that, just so you know. So you guys make sure you check out Stephanie's page, Artist Y, at Artist Y Studio, and also her website, artisty.com. You can book on any of those pages, right?
You can book a studio rental, studio.artisty.com, and you can look at my work or check me out at artisty.com, and I'm also really only on Instagram at artisty and artisty studio. Thank you.
Yay! Well, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again for sitting down with me, taking the time.
Sunday cheers. Thank you so much, Kareem.
Yes, you're very
And if I might interrupt maybe what you normally do for your video, but there's so much focus on the other person. What is some advice that you would give to other people wanting just to follow their dreams? And it doesn't necessarily mean quitting your job. You don't have to quit your job to follow your dreams. You can just do it. So I'd be interested to know what advice you might have.
Okay, so I would say don't be scared to start. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you'll finish. If you never start, you'll never see the finish line. I would say, as far as inspiration for anybody who's trying to like get into entrepreneurship or like working for yourself, just start. Start, make mistakes, but keep going, because the sooner you start, the sooner you'll finish. And the finish line is just like that feeling. It's just like, oh, you can't describe that feeling. When you have a dream, when you have a goal, and you hit it. And then it's just like, okay, well, if I hit that, I could do that too. And then that just inspires you to do more, and it inspires you to, you know, work with other people who are like-minded, like you said, because it's inspiring. That's why
I get so inspired by you and everybody that I meet that comes through my door who creates work. I get to see what they do. Oh, can I swear in here? Holy shit, it's inspiring. I never knew that I would love doing what I do as far as rentals, because I get to meet so many creative people, and God.
Yeah, I've seen your page and I'm like, oh my gosh, you worked with so many cool people. Like from the lighting, like people have like different like lightings that they want, and the different backgrounds, and just everything.
That's kind of one of the things I wanted to say is, at least for me, photography is a lifestyle. So everything that I do is around that. And I love it. I really would not have it any other way. The only other profession I could see myself doing is in culinary arts.
Ooh.
Which
I mean, if you want to get down with the get down, we already collaborate. We can do some more collaborations and really have it popping out here. Yeah. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you for that question. You actually popped out the question on me real quick.
Sorry, but I thought, you know, this is something special. You know, hear from you, and you're inspiring too. So I want the world to know what your thoughts are.
Yes. I like everything you said. I'm going to take a few of the lines that you said during this interview and really let it settle in. Maybe put a post-it on my mirror with the keep going, because Thank you
so much, Kareem. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Thank you so much for your time. Time is important. Do not let anybody waste your time, because time is not something you can ever get back. So time is money. Time is health. Time is wealth. So do not spend your time on anyone or anything that doesn't make you feel good.
Yeah.
only things that make you feel good. Anything negative, stay fuck over here. I ain't got time. So, thanks again for watching, guys. Thank you for, oh, there you go. Yep, show them. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's get it in. We're Buffalo Entrepreneurs. I had an amazing guest today. We're gonna finish this food. We're gonna finish our drinks. We're already feeling a little tipsy, so if we sound a little, oh, she got the Pantone cards.
They're all greasy from the chicken. That's the way we rolling,
It's all good. You gotta do that. Yep, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. That's it.
That's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
It's over.
It's
It's over.
a wrap.
We did it.
We did it.